Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. This morning, as I was waking up from that long, tired sleep, I was to be informed that Russia was moving out of certain parts of Ukraine. And when you moved in the cameras in to look at, to view what Russia had caused, the devastation they had caused, the pain and suffering they had caused to the people, and you saw many of the places were totally destroyed, worse than before they were built. Just like any of these other crazy areas where the devil has went in and done such devastation. And you can see the reason that I'm mentioning this to you, ladies and gentlemen, is because as you can see this devastation, if you can see these bodies still lying in the streets off of bicycles or pushing strollers, whatever they had at the time, when you see this total devastation, it reminds me of nothing but the work of Satan. It reminds me of nothing but the work of the devil. It reminds me of the work of evil. And really, I don't see any difference in this carnage that has been caused by Russia in Ukraine than I could in that stuff that Hitler did to what the so-called Jews. I can see no difference. That Hitler was able to do that. Here, Russia, Putin is able to cause this devastation on all these people. I say these things to you, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see the hands of the devil. Can you think that the devil somewhere else in another world can do any more devastation than this? Somebody say, we'll give it to you for life everlasting. Well, most of these people here are, if not these, some of them have lived just like this, through devastation just like this, all their entire lives. But what does this lift you up to? When you see it, what else do you see? This is the same kind of evil, my friends, that is moved over to America. And the Republican Party is making sure that it gets solidified as one of the major tenets of America's existence, or America's democracy, or that which is used to get rid of America's democracy. Not that I'm trying to lift up America's democracy as being something ideal for the people to have, but I'm letting you know that it is on the same path of destruction that we have just witnessed through Putin, Russia, and Ukraine. You got voices over here. You got the Republican Party over here choosing this monster, the actions of this monster to come to America and wipe out people of color, wipe out black people and all that democracy has stood for. This is what they're asking for. The Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen, and what that boy name? Biden is the main mouth that's running around doing all that stuff. And all these other crooks just like him now trying to out-talk him. And this is what is happening in America. Not only that, we got the Justice Department who have allowed Donald Trump to be that voice that come over here and bring all of that ugliness, well, they didn't bring it in, but expose all that ugliness up here. And for over a year or so, they have allowed him to walk around, being at big rallies, making big speeches, keeping this evil alive. Keeping this evil alive. And guess what? He looks just like Putin. They are the same color. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They are the same color. One is a little taller, one a little shorter. Hair almost the same, I guess. I don't even know if they got hair, but whatever is up there looks the same. And all of the people in America that appears to be trying to cause that stuff that's happening in Russia to happen in America seem to be the same color as Putin, saying to be the same color as Trump. Now, you got a few black spots over there like me. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to ride this monkey. They think they're going to get something out of it, other than the pain and suffering, than the disgust that they're going to get when they find out what this nation is coming to because of voices like this. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the difference that you have is that you got choice. You don't have to just sit back and wait till this stuff continue any longer. You see what it did over there in Ukraine. You see what our Justice Department, how they dragging their tails around here. Somebody say, well, we want to make sure we got it just right. No, you ain't going to get it just right until you change the system. You ain't going to get it just right until you change the system. You just screwing up, brother. Y'all are screwing up by wasting this time letting that evil just carry that voice all over the country and all over the world. Still championing. Now, that's because you're saying, well, we want to make sure they don't come back on us. If you do the right thing, how many people in America don't have to worry about housing? How many people in America don't have to worry about food? How many people in America don't have to worry about transportation in schools and stuff? How many people in America don't have to worry about health care? How many people in America are denied the ability to work in jobs? And those who are working in jobs, how many of them are denied the income that would allow them to live in this life some kind of way comfortably? None. All of this stuff is corrupt. And it's leading down that path that takes us right to what's happening in Ukraine. Why? Because we don't want to do the right thing. We say, well, we're not as bad as Russia. Yeah, are you good as I just explained you? I gave you some point to look forward to start heading forward to. Are you doing that? You're not even thinking about that. And you know what? You're probably not going to hear this message that I'm speaking to you today, because the system that has destroyed Ukraine, the system that used Russia, is over here, and it does not want you to change. It wants to do the same thing to you. Why? Because this is the devil's heaven. Now, I'm not just talking about America. I'm talking about the earth is the devil's heaven. Some rooms are worse than others, but they're all coming around. Everybody going to get their cut, because that's what hell does. They ain't fixing nothing. And all of these people sitting up there talking, we want to live forever. You know why they want to live forever? Because they don't know God. They're sitting up in churches talking about, I want to live forever. Why? Because they don't know God. They're sitting up in churches letting all of this evil perpetuate itself across this land, and they are doing nothing about it. Talking, just like me. But talking is not going to do any good if some fire doesn't get started behind somebody. So we all who are talking must be trying to get some fire started behind somebody other than ourselves. Well, what I'm trying to do, I'm not trying to get no fire started behind anybody. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on, and hoping that you would believe it, understand it, so the powers of behind evil can see the job that I'm doing for God and get mad with me and tell me to get the hell out of this hell. Get the hell to get out of this. What? Evil's heaven. Release me. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, we got snow in Minnesota today. I've been out shoveling snow. I'm sweating. I'm tired now, so I'm not going to try to take it any further than this. I've said exactly what needs to be said. You're not going to get it because you're still led by the devil, and your impression of God has been taught to you by people who have no real idea about what God is about. And so here we are. Yes, here we are. And what are we going to do? We will see. Thank you.